I had been stationed on the outer rim of the Arinder sector, a volatile region of space known for both rebel activity and unusual alien species. The latest assignment was peculiar, to say the least, an off-world diplomatic mission to assist the Ciliari, a highly intelligent alien civilization. My role as a human liaison had mostly involved translation and ensuring they didn't mistake human gestures as threats. Nothing had prepared me for the situation that awaited me that morning. The Ciliari settlement was beautiful. Towering crystalline structures glimmered under the twin suns, and the air shimmered faintly with a naturally occurring bioluminescence. But amid this splendor, chaos had erupted. A young Ciliari woman, clad in flowing ceremonial robes that shimmered like liquid silver, was frantically pacing back and forth. In her arms was a small alien infant, wailing so loudly that even the bioluminescent flora seemed to tremble. The baby's cries were unlike anything I'd heard before, a mixture of pitch-shifted tones that could pierce both ears and the soul. I was quickly summoned by Commander Varel, a stern-looking officer with deep violet skin, to intervene. "Human, try to calm it," Varel said, gesturing toward the alien mother. "Nothing else works." I raised an eyebrow. "Nothing? How bad is it?" Varel gave me a look that made it clear. "You don't want to see how bad it is." Middle, understanding the alien infant. I approached slowly, aware that any sudden movement could escalate the situation. The baby's eyes, large, multifaceted, and glowing faintly like molten amber, locked onto me immediately. To my surprise, it stopped crying for a brief second, tilted its head, and then let out an almost angry gurgle. The mother looked at me with wide, desperate eyes. No one can soothe it," she said, her voice trembling with worry. "Not Ciliari nurses, not the caretakers, not even the Empress herself when she visited." I knelt carefully on one knee, keeping my body low and my movements deliberate. "Hi there, it's okay. I won't hurt you." The baby stared, then wailed again, but something shifted. Its cries were less sharp, less urgent. I extended a hand, letting it sniff me. Its tiny fingers curled slightly around my glove, then released. I smiled gently. "You're curious," I murmured. "Curious but scared." "That's okay." The alien mother gasped. How are you doing this?" "I don't know," I admitted. "I just let it look at me, I guess." Over the next few minutes, I discovered a pattern. Whenever I spoke softly or made small hand gestures, the baby's cries diminished. When I mimicked a simple rhythmic pattern, a sound resembling a low hum combined with gentle tapping, the baby's wings, tiny translucent appendages that fluttered like a dragonfly's, stopped flailing. The mother's eyes filled with tears of relief. "No human has ever managed this, never. You are a gift." The bond deepens. Days passed, and the baby's attachment to me grew stronger. Each morning, I would enter the nursery, and the moment it saw me, the cries would stop. It wasn't just curiosity anymore. It was recognition. I could feel the infant's trust, a profound connection that transcended species. The Ciliari scientists observed and recorded every interaction. They were fascinated. One of them, Dr. Lyrek, approached me cautiously one afternoon. "This is unprecedented," Lyrek said, reviewing her tablet. "Your pheromones, your vocal patterns, something in your human biology resonates with the infant's neural development. It's as if your presence triggers a calming chemical response we've never seen." I nodded, feeling slightly embarrassed. "Or maybe it's just that I talk to it like a person." Lyrek shook her head. "No. There is science here. This is revolutionary." Meanwhile, the mother, whose name I learned was Kalira, began to open up to me. She shared stories of her people, their traditions, and the pressures of raising a child in a society where infants were considered sacred yet extraordinarily difficult to soothe. One night, as we were observing the baby play with a small glowing orb, Kilira spoke softly. "I have seen warriors, scholars, even Empress-level leaders, but none could calm him. None except you." I shrugged, feeling awkward. "I guess I just listen. And I try not to overthink it." Kilira's gaze lingered on me, a mixture of admiration and something else, something warmer. "Perhaps humans have a gift," she said quietly. I laughed softly. "Or maybe this little one just likes me more than anyone else." Conflict, threat to the baby. Just as things seemed peaceful, trouble arrived. An asteroid storm, rare but devastating, was approaching the settlement. Automated alarms blared across the crystalline towers, and the inhabitants rushed to secure their young. The nursery, where the baby slept, was reinforced but not immune to structural damage. Kilira and I ran toward the nursery as debris began to fall. The baby's cries pierced the chaos, but as soon as it saw me, the volume lessened, though the urgency remained. "Stay calm," I shouted to Kilira as we reached the nursery. The building shook violently, and I held the infant close, feeling its wings press against my chest. "Human, if anything happens," Kilira's voice cracked. I gave her a reassuring look. "Nothing will happen. I've got him." We braced as the storm battered the building. Debris fell around us, but somehow, the baby remained calm in my arms. It clung to me as though instinctively knowing I was the protector it needed. After what felt like hours, the storm passed, leaving shattered glass like shards of crystal scattered across the nursery floor. Kilira looked at the baby in awe. "You saved him. You saved him and yourself." The baby gurgled, almost as if acknowledging my efforts. It nuzzled into my chest, and for the first time, I realized how much this tiny creature had changed me, softened me, connected me to life in a way I had never experienced before. Resolution and new understanding. In the aftermath, Kilira's gratitude was profound. The Silyari leadership convened, and I was officially recognized as an honorary guardian of the infant, a title never before given to a human. The bond one shared with the baby became a symbol of interspecies trust, a living example of the humans first, you second philosophy that emphasized human adaptability and empathy. One quiet evening, as Kilira and I watched the baby float among the bioluminescent flora, she smiled. "You were not just a caretaker. You were a bridge." I laughed softly, letting the infant cling to me as I rocked gently. "I just cared," I said honestly. The baby cooed, a sound that now felt like music. Its eyes glimmered with intelligence far beyond its age, and it reached out for Kilira, then back to me, showing its trust in both of us. Kilira placed a hand on my shoulder. "Humans are remarkable," she whispered. "Perhaps our galaxy has underestimated you." I nodded, looking at the baby. "Maybe. But this little one, he'll teach us all something." The Silyari recorded everything, my interactions, the infant's responses, and the new data that would redefine interspecies understanding. I realized that the galaxy was vast, filled with wonders, dangers, and connections waiting to be made. But in that nursery, amidst shattered crystal and glowing light, I had discovered something simple and profound: the power of empathy, trust, and human heart. And the alien baby only calmed down for me. Ending reflection. As I left the nursery that evening, Kilira holding her now peaceful child, I felt a quiet pride. Not of heroism or conquest, but of connection. I had bridged worlds with nothing more than patience, understanding, and a willingness to listen. In the vast expanse of the Arinder sector, humans might have seemed fragile, inexperienced, and small. But in that moment, I realized that our capacity for empathy, courage, and love was unmatched. The infant's tiny hand wrapped around my finger one last time before drifting to sleep, and I knew, no matter how alien the world or how unfamiliar the species, there was one thing that would always hold true. Humanity could touch the hearts of the galaxy in ways no one else could. And sometimes, that was enough to calm the most inconsolable baby in the universe.